It was a cool morning in the classroom, and Zoe was sitting at her desk, excited for the new lesson. Today, Dr. Thompson, her wildlife biologist teacher, would explain the workings of two important body systems, the circulatory and respiratory systems. Zoe had always been curious about how the body keeps everything working smoothly, and she was eager to learn more. Good morning, class. Dr. Thompson greeted them as he walked to the front of the room. Today, we're going to explore how your body circulates oxygen, nutrients, and blood, and how it removes waste. We'll also learn about how the lungs work to help you breathe. Zoe raised her hand. How do the heart and lungs work together, Doctor? Thompson? That's a great question, Zoe, Dr. Thompson said with a smile. Let's dive into it. First, we'll start with the circulatory system. This system transports blood throughout your body, carrying oxygen, nutrients, and waste products. It's like a delivery system for your cells. Dr. Thompson showed a diagram of the heart pointing to its four chambers. The heart is the powerhouse of the circulatory system. It pumps oxygen-rich blood from the lungs to the rest of the body through arteries. Arteries carry blood away from the heart, while veins bring oxygen-poor blood back to the heart. The capillaries are tiny blood vessels where oxygen, nutrients, and waste products exchange between the blood and tissues. Zoe took out her notebook and quickly began sketching the diagram. So, the heart is like a pump, and the arteries and veins are like highways for the blood? Zoe asked. Exactly, Dr. Thompson nodded. The heart pumps blood through two circuits. Pulmonary circulation carries blood from the heart to the lungs for oxygen, and systemic circulation carries oxygenated blood to the rest of the body. This helps maintain homeostasis, the balance your body needs to function properly. Zoe was fascinated by how the heart worked. She couldn't wait to learn about how the respiratory system worked with the circulatory system. Dr. Thompson turned to a new diagram on the board, showing the lungs, trachea, and bronchi. Now let's look at the respiratory system, Dr. Thompson explained. This system is responsible for bringing oxygen into the body and removing carbon dioxide. The nose and mouth are the entry points for air. From there, air travels down the trachea, into the bronchi, and into the lungs. Dr. Thompson pointed to the alveoli on the diagram. The alveoli are tiny air sacs in your lungs where oxygen and carbon dioxide are exchanged. When you inhale, oxygen moves from the air into your blood. At the same time, carbon dioxide moves from the blood into the air to be exhaled. Zoe raised her hand. What makes the alveoli so special? Great question. The alveoli have thin walls and a large surface area, which makes them perfect for gas exchange, Dr. Thompson explained. The diaphragm, a muscle below the lungs, helps you breathe. When the diaphragm contracts, it pulls air into your lungs, and when it relaxes, air is pushed out. This is how you breathe. Zoe thought about how all the body systems work together. So, the circulatory and respiratory systems work as a team to keep everything balanced? She asked. Exactly, Dr. Thompson said, pleased with Zoe's insight. The circulatory system carries oxygen to the body's cells, while the respiratory system takes in oxygen and gets rid of carbon dioxide. They help maintain homeostasis by regulating oxygen and carbon dioxide levels. He then gave the students a challenge. Now, I want you to observe how these systems work during physical activity. Let's see how your heart rate and breathing rate change when you run around for a minute. Zoe, excited about the hands-on experiment, followed Dr. Thompson's instructions. After a quick run around the classroom, Zoe felt her heart racing and her breath coming faster. Wow, my body's working really hard to get more oxygen to my muscles, she thought. Now, let's talk about how lifestyle choices, like diet and exercise, affect these systems, Dr. Thompson continued. Eating healthy, exercising, and avoiding smoking can help keep your circulatory and respiratory systems strong. These habits can reduce the risk of heart disease and lung problems. Zoe made a note in her journal. Exercise makes my heart and lungs work together to give me energy. I need to take care of them by staying active and eating right. By the end of the class, Zoe had learned so much about how the circulatory and respiratory systems work together to keep the body alive and healthy. She felt excited to apply her new knowledge in her next field study, where she would observe how animals, just like humans, rely on these systems to survive.